welcome to Sarah Yoga. I am Sarah. Today we have a practice if you are suffering from anxiety or physical tensions in the body, even so much so that panic attacks or anxiety attacks might be happening as a result of that anxiety. So if that is you, come join me on your mat. We'll need a pillow, and if you have a block. If you have a bolster instead of the pillow, you can use that. Get super comfy. So this is really about decompressing. If you have the opportunity to practice this sequence in a room that is quiet and dark, take advantage of that. If you're like me and live in a city where quiet is not a possibility, it might actually be the result of why you are experiencing all this anxiety. No worries. It doesn't matter what your conditions. We'll settle the nervous system down a little bit with this practice. So stick with me and grab all your props and we'll jump right in. So we're going to start here in a seat with a simple alternate nostril breath. You may have seen this or done this on so many other videos. It's tutorialized, but we're gonna practice it anyway because it is a really great device to kind of calm the nervous system right from the start. And then we'll move into some other poses. So bring your 3 middle fingers down so you have like a hang 10 sign in the hand. And we'll start here right away by blocking off the left side of the nose and take a nice big breath in with the right side. Pause at the top, hold both sides, and then exhale through the left. Inhale through the left side. Pause, hold both, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right side. Pause. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Pause. Exhale through the right. So just continuing with this a few more rounds at your own speed. Feeling the jaw start to release. Feeling that space right behind the bridge of the nose and the nasal cavity. And give yourself 2 more full rounds, 1 on each side. And then whenever you're done, release and start to breathe in and out through both sides of the nose. You might notice one side is a little more congested than the other. But overall, see if you can feel the back part of your jaw release. Some space clearing up here into the nasal cavities, all the way down into the back of the throat. Maybe some space across the soft palate, the roof of the mouth. And give yourself 1 more. Inhale through the nose. Through the mouth. Let it go. All right, so let's come down into a child's pose. We're going to grab that block if you have it. If you don't have a block, you can always use your pillow. You can always use a couple of books. Knees wide, big toes together. So So we're going to make contact with the block right under the forehead. You might start on the medium height, or you might come straight down, all the way down to that lowest height. This depends what feels best, but you want the contact to be right at that third eye center, right in between the eyebrows. So sort of releasing any tension, any sort of tension headache in this space here across the eyebrows, the temples, the forehead. And continue to feel that breath, that space in the back of the nose, and see if you can feel the space starting to travel down the length of the body, filling up the belly, filling up the low back. And then really just allowing the mind to get quiet. So whatever might be going on, can be helpful to consider that whatever condition you're in, it's just temporary. There is the possibility of good things happening today or tomorrow. And then we'll take our time and we'll rise up. We're just going to set that block off to the side for a moment and really verge on moving slower than you normally would. Okay. Come up, knees underneath the hips, tuck those toes underneath you. And again, almost like you're moving in slow motion. You're going to let the head drop down. You might just kind of shake it out, roll out through the neck. Maybe let a breath go out of the mouth. And tuck those toes, and then we'll start to find the slowest version of cat-cow maybe that you've ever done. So tailbone tilts up, and we'll reach the heart forward, using your inhale to come forward. Feel that space in the back of the nose, a soft palate, lifting up, and then exhale. Around, and again, kind of just feeling this out, maybe adding a little bit of movement to it. We'll do that a couple times. Inhale. Feeling the jaw release and drop down and back. And just give yourself a couple circles with the hips. Roll it out. And we'll take the hands one step forward. So you can continue to circle out in your all fours pose, or if you want just a brief moment where you lift up those knees and take it to downward dog. Just finding that for a breath or two to pedal out the legs. Just to move some of that energy out. Probably some energy somebody else may have given you. It's not yours. You can let go of it, release it. And then we'll come all the way down. And we're just going to step that right foot forward. Keep the left hand on the ground. And take a nice big sweeping motion all the way around and back. And then when you get up here, maybe let your arm fall back. Roll open. And then exhale. Bring it all the way back down. And as you come down, peel the toes back. Fold over that right leg. Inhale, come forward, step the right knee back, and we'll switch sides. Left foot comes forward, right hand stays down, and we'll sweep that left arm around and back, opening up the shoulders here. So again, you might kind of let yourself fall back. And then exhale, release as the hand comes down. Flex the toes back, fold. And then left knee back. Let's find a seat. And now we're going to bring our bolster or our pillow into our practice now. So you're going to take that block on the medium setting. Take your bolster or your pillow in front with a little bit of space in between. We'll shift back here. Come down. And as you come down, you're going to swivel over to your left side, sending your shoulder over, up and over onto the ground, and your left side of the head onto this block. So you can bend your knees here to a nice right angle, or you can just sort of find whatever feels comfortable. And then once you've got that, flip your right palm up towards the sky. Reach it all the way up and over. And we're just going to let it come up and over, bending the elbow. Pausing here. So close your eyes and let your breath soften into this right shoulder, the jaw, that left side of your pelvis, your hip. Be nice and heavy. Opening up this whole right side of the abdomen, the ribs. Taking your time just to really observe the breath. And when you're ready here, we're gonna bring that right arm down and slide the hand towards the back of your head. And as you keep your torso still turned to the left, start to peel open that right elbow. I feel that opening there across the shoulder. And then eventually, we're gonna release the right hand open to the right. So if you don't have a wall like I do, right, you can really extend the arm out into a T, just like your left arm. And then you're gonna slide the block over to the right, so it's right underneath now the back of your head. So you're in this twist. And see if you can soften the back of the head, the back of the throat. And once more, that left pelvis, just letting it release down. And so the reason why this series of shapes can feel really good after experiencing a lot of stress is when we get stressed out, we tend to close off, shrink, shrug the shoulders down, protecting the heart center. So clearly this is a very opening gesture, opening all those muscles back up again. And then when you're ready, we'll just pull that right arm in. And we're gonna come all the way onto our back, and we're just gonna switch sides. So if you need to kind of come up and resituate yourself, you can. But we're gonna head now down onto that left side. The right arm reaching up, right side of the head, onto block, knees bent. And you'll flip the left palm up and reach all the way up and over. Bend the elbow. Let those fingertips just drop down. Softening the right side of the head. Opening up this left shoulder, the left side of the ribs, and then softening again through the pelvis, the right hip. Coming back to the breath. Maybe even allowing the bottoms of the feet to soften here. And then whenever you're ready, we're gonna pull that left arm in, find the fingertips behind the back of the head. Keeping your body turned towards the right, just let that elbow peel open. And then eventually you're gonna let the arm come down and then slide that block underneath the back of your head. The right arm can stay reaching out to the right, now peeling the left arm out to the left. Finding your twist here. And again, just allow yourself to soften. Let this opening across the front of the chest feel good. Feel the back of the jaw drop down. And then eventually, we're simply just going to come all the way around onto our back. That block is still underneath the back of the head. This bolstered pillow is still right underneath the mid to upper back. And then we're take the legs out long, heels as wide as the mat. Let your arms flap open here. And so maybe just ending here in this final heart opener, Shavasana. Letting yourself sink down as you allow more space to enter through the front of the chest. You burn all the way down into the front of the belly. You burn into the front of the throat. So all these areas that get compacted or restricted when we get in that severe sort of panic mode. Giving your body the opportunity to release that. It's completely normal. We all get stressed out every once in a while. Just allowing yourself the time that you need to take care of your own body. And so please feel free to stay here in this heart-opening Shavasana for as long as you need. I am going to leave you here. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time on Sarah Yoga. Namaste.